With me, Laura Unuk. Thank you so much that you took your time to let us investigate your personal ChessBase 26 desktop. So, first question, did you put those icons on because you knew we're having this show, or do you really like them?
No, actually, thank you so much for having me, by the way.
Pleasure.
I'm very thankful to take a look at this ChessBase 26. And no, actually, like when I downloaded it the first time, I found out that you could have many options, and I found this the cutest, at least so far, as I was discovering them. So I am actually very, very happy. This will be, I think, my desktop of ChessBase for some time now.
Love it. Excellent. And you chose the bright color. I have my ChessBase as a bright color too.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
any reason for that?
I'm just so used to it.
Mhm.
I was preparing, actually, I was in Austria this weekend playing Austrian Women's League, and I was preparing. And at the beginning, I had a dark team, and it somehow didn't feel
Ah.
right. I just felt very confused while preparing. So I had to change it back to like this setting because I'm just so used to it.
Cool. So let's take a look at all those folders. So, I mean, I have to say it's a little bit, let's say, there's a lot going on. Can
It's a
we,
lot.
is there
Okay.
is there anything which we're not allowed to see or look at, or are you
Um,
comfortable with
yeah,
scrolling down?
I'm very comfortable with scrolling down. There's
Okay.
nothing too much. I think some icons I actually don't use. Like I have this Polish League icon of 2022 where I was preparing for my opponents from 2022. And however, I still keep it on my desktop for some reason. So just like in general, it's very messy. And I don't know, sometimes I will change some icons later when I actually do manage to solve my file issues. You know, when you play a lot of tournaments, kind of everything's a mess.
Yeah, but there's a thing for which I'm noticing. There's some patterns. So you're tremendously busy, like a lot of time. You have a lot to do, not only work wise and chess wise and student wise and tournament wise and ambassador wise and whatever.
Yeah.
So you just don't have that time to like delete those files and clean
Yes,
everything up. And there's a new
yes.
tournament coming, so you're putting this in, then this one, and you will manage somehow at one point. So this is, I think it's fine. There's some genius to the chaos. Okay, let's
Yeah.
open something random. So why is there a game Svidler Carlson? I'm curious.
Actually, that's a very good question. So it's from 2020, it seems like. Uh, and why is this the game here? So, okay, sometimes, well, from time to time, I work with Matej Shebenik, who is actually was at least captain of youth team, but also he was my personal coach for many, many years.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes he would just give me games to look at, or we would look at the games together, and I would just
Ah.
download them, and sometimes I would give them in my motivational games folder. Sometimes I would just leave them like this.
Okay, so what do you remember what is special about this game? So because now I'm super curious. I want to know.
Well, I think that basically, so I am not really naturally E4, E5 player, and I started to learn E5. Like I usually play the French or the Caracan.
Mhm.
Um, but sometimes I do play E5, and I was when I was trying to work on it with my coach as well, we try to find kind of easy lines to like look at some games, you know, of
Okay.
grandmasters and how to play these kind of positions. And what was interesting about this game? That's actually a very good question because it's been literally five
It's
years.
been 5 years. I'm asking for a little bit too much, but I was just, yeah. So this is just an interesting, curious thing. I noticed something else. You're using the wooden board. Is there
Yeah.
also a purpose to that, or was it just like that was how it always was? And normally, I think it is by default, it is blue and white.
By default, actually, again, it was blue and white by default. And while I was preparing around midnight, 1 a.m. for the game, because we had like team dinners and we were talking with the team, and then you come to the room very late. And I was just like, why is it blue and white? I want something that's gonna comfort me at this type of hour if I really have to prepare very hard right now. And again, like I tried to go through some options
Mhm.
and I just landed on this one at that hour specifically. That's like it's just warm, it's natural, and it really like comforted my eyes at
Mhm.
that time, and I I really enjoy it, but maybe I might mix it up in the future because I saw again there's so many options to choose from.
So we can go back to the ChessBase desktop.
Yeah.
What I also wanted to ask you, like in general, do you have a favorite function in ChessBase? What is the thing you always use? Is there something?
I would use reference database a
Hmm.
lot,
Hmm.
like especially for preparing. I enjoy that very much. For example, I will choose a like player, but I just want usually games from let's say 2020 to 2025
Yeah.
because then like there's most likely they're gonna play these kind of openings instead of the ones they played before that. And I would just choose these games and open the reference database, open it in reference database, and
Hmm.
also as you can see, I have this tweak database. So of course, I have mega database.
Yeah.
However, I am still this old school and downloading tweaks sometimes.
That's important, I guess. Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
possible, so why not?
And yeah, this tweak used to be like kind of my reference database as
Hmm.
well to see all these hot games or hot openings being played very often.
Nice. This was a lot of fun to get to know your
It was great.
ChessBase 26 desktop a bit more. So I wish you all the best for the new year, and I hope we see each
Thank
other in
you.
2026.